Yo guys, what's up? Welcome guys back to another beautiful race fun video. And today we're going to be racing as Maserati. Obviously in real life Maserati is not a team in Formula 1. I think they used to be but not anymore. So let's go, what if Maserati raced in Formula 1 in 2022? So here's a Maserati livery, looks really nice. And other than that, we'll be starting P20 and try to do a challenge like last two challenge and set a course and using full AI as well. Okay, so can we get a good start? Two lights out so far. The reds are good, and it's lights out, and away we go here in Silverstone. We're behind the AlphaTauri, then a Pierre Gasly and Schumacher's ahead of him. We've had an okay start, and we change the ERS mode. We get past a few cars, and we're being pushed off by someone. I think Gasly just made contact with us, and now we're being pushed off. We rejoined the track, and it was chaos in the start with the AI. It's absolute chaos with the start. So not a really good start, but it is a good start for us. We're now made up a few positions, and Mick Schumacher is retired from the race, so that's interesting. And other than that, we've had a perfect start. Now we're first trying to get the slipstream off the McLaren, I mean the Red Bull, and then the McLaren. We get two in one corner, so we get past two cars in one corner, the Red Bull and the McLaren. So that is something which is going to be really nice for us. We get past two cars. Now let's try getting this car ahead of us. I think it's a Williams, I'm not sure. Looks like a Williams, at least. And right now we go around the outside of Corps, and what a move on the outside, around the outside of Corps. That's just amazing. That's one of the best moves I've ever done. And other than that, now coming to Beckett's and Maggots, it's kind of nice. And to Chapo now, obviously in a set of course you can use DRS even though it's not being 2 laps or 3 laps after the race. You can still use DRS whenever you want in the race, so that's good. We have the slipstream, but we just can't make the move get stick. I think it's a Ferrari just ahead of us. I think it is now coming down to Stowe, good, and now to the Vale chicane, to the final corner, and then Club chicane as well, and to the final corner. That's lap, we're now on to lap 2. So right now we are in P10 behind, I think, Sainz here. Carlos Sainz, we're going around here outside of turn 1 here at Abbey, and we get the move done. No, we can't actually, we can't get the move, but we get a Haas. We're trying to get the Ferrari, and the Ferrari almost turns into us, but that's something. We go around the outside of the Ferrari. Wow, this is brilliant racing from us here. So now we have DRS obviously to the Wellington Straits right now. And to so yeah, to the Wellington Straits, to Brooklands, and so far coming out of Brooklands we've had a good exit out there, and we get such a big snap over steer, so that we're lucky to save that. Now coming towards Coppola, Verstappen and Hamilton crashed in Silverstone. Look at how much we are gaining the slipstream. We didn't really go around outside of Coppola once again. Can we make the move up? Not really, but we can get it before we get into Beckett's and Maggots corner. So we get past Carlos Sainz. Vettel is also retired from the race, and that Aston Martin. But also, I've just realized right now on the halo, you can see on the right side, Nutella is a sponsor. I did not know that. I knew Peroni is a sponsor of Aston Martin, but Nutella, that's kind of weird, a bit funny at the same time. Other than that, we are in the points anyway, so that's good for us in the points. Top 10 from P20 in just lap 2, and we're chasing after the Alfa Romeo, who's just ahead of us. We have an Alfa right ahead, so that's really good for us. We're getting closer and closer as every lap flies by. So now coming to turn 1, when we go flat out. Oh, I might have just had to lift through there a little bit, to be honest. So yeah. Another, and I come to these few corners. Oh, I'm gonna understeer. We are really close to the back of the Alfa Romeo. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if I get past them, but look at how much understeer I've had. So now it's a bit harder. We have DRS, slipstream, and slipstream and instead of course a lot. Let me try getting past the Alfa Romeo. We can down the inside. We get past the Alfa Romeo towards Brooklands, I think, and the Alfa Romeo still keeps ahead of us. So right now we're in an okay position, but now we have the slipstream and the run and the better speed, the better exit out of the corner and get past the Alfa Romeo, and we get past the Alfa Romeo of Joe Guan Yu, as it says the leaderboard, and instead of course the leaderboard only updates every lap onto crossed the checkered flag, so it's kind of bad, but I'm okay. At least it shows on P7. And now fighting for P6 with the Williams here of Nicholas Latifi. Who knew Latifi would be fighting for P6 with our Maserati in Silverstone? But we have the DRs and we have the better exit out the corner, we have the better speed. I'm just gonna try and push him off a little bit, but then he's gonna fight that back to the inside. We make contact. He literally hits us, and we get past him though. I don't know what Latifi is doing. Like, what was that? The AI in the Sedocosa, being the Sedocosa AI, but I don't know. Like, Sedocosa, like, is legit my most used sim for out there, because you can easily just quickly get into like a race or practice or time trial, which is good. But now to turn one, we gain so much on Charles Leclerc here on the fly. Charles Leclerc, and we get past Charles Leclerc, and Valtteri Bottas is now the car ahead in the Alfa Romeo. So can we also get past Valtteri Bottas in that Alfa Romeo, who's just ahead of us? Not through these corners, but we will have the slipstream and the house, and we just have to go a little bit wide because the arrow showed there was a car right down the inside of probably Leclerc. But can we go down the inside of the Alfa Romeo too? Friend, we go down the inside of the Alfa Romeo here, 2 laps in a row, and we this time get it past, but this time on Valtteri Bottas. And there's a huge number of overseers as we go on the curb. So now, we've got a good position now, so that's good for us. I think Fernando Alonso is right now in the lead, ahead of one of the Mercedes, I think of Hamilton. In the leaderboard it says Hamilton. And also we're gaining a lot on this car ahead of us right now, so this is really good for us. And two Beckett's and Maggots really nicely through here. And it's another Williams actually, so we have to fight another Williams and try to overtake. I think it should be Alex Albon, because the last one is Latifi obviously. There's only 2 Williams in a race, maybe 2 cars per team, and now we have Alex Albon. We're gaining on Albon by a lot to the straight, and we're going a bit wide today. He takes like he goes more on the inside of that curb, and we're right behind him now, and we go down the inside of the corner, and we get past him to the final corner. That's an amazing overtake, and he's still gonna fight us back. Alex Albon fights us back, and he goes over the curb and spins. Alex Albon is spun, and this shows you how realistic a Sedocosa's AI is. You just make a mistake, like unlike like the F1 game one, but wow, that was so. Like, he just went off the curb to the final corner and just launched himself and spun him. He just spun himself out. Like, he did make contact with Magnussen in, I think, the 70th GP in 2020, I think, or the normal British Grand Prix. Like, he did make contact with Magnussen, but he did Alex and not Magnussen is when I hit the barrier. Other than that, Valtteri Bottas is out, so most likely the Alpha must have hit Alex Albon, who's trying to come back onto the track, probably. Not sure, but most probably that is the case. Oh wow, like Albon just went on the curb in the Williams, just launched himself out. He did not hit the barrier because the way he spun it just might have been normal spin, you know. And also now 2 Beckett's and Maggots, and we are now into a podium places P3. This is really good for us. From P20, we are right now in P3, so I'm actually genuinely happy with my performance. Actually, I'm using full AI. Like, I'm also using full AI aggressiveness, so that's nice. And to come from P20, this position is really good. And Fernando Alonso will cross the checkered flag, most likely to win. As you can see, Hamilton is just ahead of us, like reaching distance. Like, one more lap, I could have got Hamilton really quick. And Fernando Alonso wins in Silverstone from Hamilton, and we come home P3 on the podium, gets in there. Maserati, it's an amazing team. We have just got a podium for Maserati, with the only driver right now for Maserati, and gets in there. We are now P3, so that's a podium for us. In P20 within just 5 laps. Other than that, another cool feature Sedocosa has is a cooldown map. So imagine like manual pit stops. This is even more cool. Like, wow, look at this cooldown lap, and now we are passing the Mercedes there also. And this is Fernando Alonso, the race winner, and the Alpine is a race winner. The Spaniard in the Sedocosa wins in Silverstone, and Lewis Hamilton, the home racing driver, is also right there. Also, that is it. We're P3, and that's a brilliant video. And if you guys did enjoy the video, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next Bluetooth Race F1 video. Hope you enjoyed the Bluetooth Race F1 video, and thanks for watching the Bluetooth Race F1 video. And if you did enjoy, leave a like, comment, subscribe, comment. Thanks for watching the video. This fun video.